poppin'? It's your Midday Queen EC Show. You ready to laugh out loud? I am, especially with this dope giant right here, one and only comedian actor Alex Thomas. What's poppin', King?
Hello.
Okay.
How you doing?
Great to see you.
I am happy to be here and happy to be back in Atlanta, my second city.
Okay.
Put it this way, I have been performing in Atlanta at least 25 years.
Wow.
I mean, to the point where...
Not the decades.
Decades. People think I'm from here.
I did think that at first until I was like, wait a minute, South Central represent.
Right. But you know what it is, too? It's a small inside story. I always loved hats that had A's on them. Because my name is Alex.
Right.
So by wearing Atlanta hats for so long,
they thought
people just kind of assumed
right.
that I'm from here.
That's hilarious.
You know what I mean?
You still rocking the A, though?
Come on.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's due.
Of course.
Of course, you're going to be bringing the hilarious to Uptown that's going down in Hateville this weekend.
Hey, I am so excited. People have been coming to see me here for years. I sell out every time I'm here, and I'm back.
Right.
Hateville, Uptown Comedy Corner. I got my boy, Mr. Inappropriate. He is featuring for me all week. It's just a great black-owned business, and I love seeing these faces and people coming out because laughter is the best medicine.
It sure is. And I saw the title on Uptown on the website. It says Tay-Tay-licious.
Tata.
Oh, Tata.
Oh,
you had it right.
You really did your homework. Like when people come up to me and say Tata Lalicious, that's when I know they've been following me for 20-something years. Let me just tell you the story behind that. I met a stripper in Chicago, like in the maybe early 90s.
Okay.
And, this was kind of after we did Players Club. No, Players Club was in 98.
Right.
We did Players Club in 98. But this girl, that name was so funny to me, it stuck to me. I was like, your name is Tata Lalicious.
Not
That's
Tata
such
Lalicious.
a great stripper name, right?
Right.
Cut to, I believe in 2000, Pharrell had just come out. It was the #1 song in America. It was him and Nori, and it was called Nothing. Homeboy. I came to party.
Yeah.
Yo, girl, looking for me. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was the #1 song in America, and it was the #1 video, and I was in that video.
Yep, you sure were.
And I was trying to get into the club, and I was lying to the security guard, and he wouldn't let me in. And I was like, hey, man, I'm in there with Thugged Out Militainment. I mean, like, that's my baby mama right there. Peaches, Tata Lalicious, Tata Lalicious. I had no clue that was going to make me famous to the point where people thought I'm Tata Lalicious. So cut to, I met one of the most famous people on the planet. His name is Michael Jordan.
Wow. Oh, just that?
That year.
That guy. I
just happened to be in Chicago, in a club, in a VIP, and Michael Jordan came up to me and said, Tata Lalicious. When I tell you, a small tear came out my eye.
Just a wink.
I was like,
corner.
How the hell does Michael Jordan know who I am? He's like, man, that's one of my favorite videos. I love that song. You are hilarious. And it helped him remember me from like Def Comedy Jam days and stuff like that. But I was like, he's like, you Tata Lalicious? I was like, no, I'm Alex Thomas.
Okay.
But the video, everybody just started calling me Tata Lalicious.
That's hilarious.
That's just the story behind it.
I love the backstories. Yeah. Tata Lalicious. Make sure you are checking him out, by the way, a.k.a. Alex Thomas at uptowncomedy.net. Listen, we hooked up folks all week long. Our listeners, the dope ones that you are. Table for 4. How about that? To see you.
Absolutely.
Memorial Day weekend.
And I need y'all to pull up. You might want to wear a diaper because there's a chance you might pee-pee on yourself.
Oh, wow.
I got a lot to talk about. I will be going in. I'm not holding back. I'm slanging these jokes. I'm actually celebrating this month. This is my 30-year anniversary.
Nice.
Doing
Come on.
and TV.
Okay. Dirty 30?
Come on. God has blessed me with this.
Indeed.
To still be here, still be relevant.
That's right. Looking fly like you are.
Be fly, you
okay,
feel me?
The black ain't cracking.
Come on.
But I'm talking about the dance move. I had to take it back because I saw the clip. Did y'all know that he got his start on the Soul Train? Soul Train.
I was 15 years old.
Crazy.
15 to 20. I mean, I always tell everybody pretty much 85 to 90.
Right.
And you got to think about it. At that time, it didn't get any bigger than Soul Train.
Right.
Whether you were Michael Jackson, New Edition, Luther Vandross, or Prince.
Yeah.
You had to do your
Grace
song.
the stage on Soul Train.
Soul Train. Remember, that's before, MTV.
And
that's
BET
before
and all that
BET,
stuff.
All that stuff. So as a kid, growing up watching it and watching the Soul Train line and all this and that was like a major accomplishment. And I was like the little hood famous kid.
Yeah.
South Central LA. That's the dude that goes down the line every week. And you got to think about South Central LA in the 80s. You know, it was pretty much you either gang banging, selling drugs,
Unfortunately,
or you were an athlete, or in my case, hip hop got big. I was a little pop, lock, and break dancing dancer type dude.
Right.
And pretty much that was my introduction to Hollywood.
Nice.
You know what I mean? And that's where I met all these superstars.
I was just about to say, did you know Rosie Perez or Jody Watley back then?
So basically, Rosie and I became best friends.
Dang. I can imagine y'all two.
Yeah, shout out to Rosie Perez. She's the one that pretty much put me on.
Put you on.
And from there, she got the job at this new little show. It was called In Living Color.
Oh, that little show?
For these girls called the Fly Girls.
Nice.
And here I am, 19, 20 years old. Now we're like, what am I going to do with my life? College didn't work out for me. I went to college for 20 minutes.
Not 20 minutes.
She's like, you want to help me out with these girls? So long story short, I became her assistant with the Fly Girls.
Stop it.
Like her assistant dancer.
Having your best life.
Having my best life. And one day,
lucky,
we're in the dance studio and all the Fly Girls are laughing. And these two dudes walk in. His name is Keenan Ivory Wayans. Another guy's name is Damon Wayans.
Oh, those small guys.
Yeah, and they're
Think
like, are you a dancer or a comedian? What are the girls laughing for? You're supposed to be dancing. And Rosie's like, I've been telling you about him. He's really funny. And Damon said, had you ever thought about doing stand-up? And I was like, do comedians get paid? He dug in his pockets. He had just left doing like an improv or something.
Man.
And he had $30,000 cash in one hand.
Shut up.
I mean, in one pocket, $30,000 in the other pocket. And he made it rain on me in 1990.
Wow.
Before the word make it rain. He's like, I made that 5 shows at the improv. The next week, I was on a stage.
Dope.
So basically, shout out to the Wayans family.
Okay. So it was a collabo between Rosie segueing to the Wayans, and then it launched from there. And ever since he hadn't stopped, y'all, I mean, the Jamie Foxx show, it goes down to, I mean, I can go on. The Players Club, BAPS.
BAPS.
It's going to stage play, by the way, BAPS.
Don't be a minute. Say it again.
It's going to stage play, BAPS.
I heard. And then, I became a writer on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Nice.
The original show for 4 seasons.
That's amazing.
93 to 97.
Another gem drop. I ain't know that.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, okay.
People ask all the time, too, like, oh, that was one of my favorite shows of all time. Like, how'd you become a writer on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? I am like the classic right place at the right time story.
Love it.
I remember like it was yesterday. July 2nd, 1993. I was a broke stand-up comic, got $11 in my pocket, caught the bus to the Laugh Factory up on Hollywood, sat in a 14-hour line just to go up that day, just to do 3 minutes on amateur night.
Wow.
Got off stage. Will Smith was sitting in the front row of the Laugh Factory.
Wow.
Way before he was slapping people, right? So he's like, he's like, man, you're real funny, man. My name is, I was like, I know who you are. You're Will Smith. He goes, hey, man, I got this brand new TV show. I'm like, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I watch it every week. It had only been on 2 years at that time.
Wow.
He goes, well, let me ask you a question. He's like, do you write? I was like, do you have a pen? He was like, do you think you can come down and help us with some funny stuff like what I saw on stage? I was like, hold on, let me check my schedule. Yes, I'm available.
Okay.
He's like, when do you think you can come down? I'm like, now. Can I get a ride with you? And the rest was history. I was there the next day for 4 seasons.
Amazing.
So that just opened up
so many doors.
Yeah,
man, you probably know everybody in LA, New York,
pretty much
all across the world.
From working on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, literally I could say almost every single black TV show that came after that.
Right.
In the late 90s and early 2000s, I was a part of. I was either in it, on it, writing it, warm up. So I was
dancing in it.
Dancing was done.
Dancing was done.
Dancing was done. Right. But I worked on Living Single for 4 years. I worked on the Wayans brothers for 4 years. I worked on Moesha, the Parkers for 4 or 5 years. I worked on all My Wife and Kids, all of us, like pretty much every Girlfriends.
Yeah.
Like, I literally was a part of some of the most iconic black shows.
That's amazing. For the culture, you're doing it. Look at you, Alex. I'm just amazed. I'm even more like, okay. And you look like you're in college.
Well, they say good black don't crack.
It really doesn't. You got that good black genes.
Yes, I do. My wife and my children keep me nice and young. People are like, you're in the gym 3-4 days. Wait, what are you training for? I'm like, my kids and my wife.
To keep up with them?
Doing 35, 40 cities a year on the road. It's like working. You got to be in shape for all
Yeah,
this.
you do.
You know?
So I know you're going to be in shape for what you're putting down 3 nights, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, all Memorial Weekend long.
Yes.
What can fans expect as they approach the upcoming weekend
Well,
here?
you know, my hashtag is the funny don't stop.
Okay,
Say it with me.
The funny don't stop.
That is the name of my podcast, The Funny Don't Stop Show. That's the name of my next 1-hour special, The Funny Don't Stop.
Come on, Brand.
If you just touched the Funny Don't Stop hashtag on any social media platforms, you're going to see 1,000 pictures and stories of stuff about Alex Thomas.
That's what's up, King.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I've got to do a quick fire. This is kind of like random off-the-cuff questions. They may be a little bit goofy.
It's okay.
But let's see what
is what I do.
Yeah, let's see. I feel like that funny is going to come out right on the first question.
Let's go.
All right, Alex, your favorite superpower, if you could have a superpower, what would it be and why?
My favorite superpower and why?
Yeah.
I believe I can fly. I wish I could fly, man.
Yes.
Flying would just cut out all this traffic.
Oh, my goodness.
I could just be like, yo, I'm going to fly. What time I need to be there? I'm going to fly over there about 6 o'clock. Leave my house at 5:15 and get there at 6. You know what I mean? Like, I wish I could fly.
Okay.
I would fly all over the world. You know, it's crazy because flying has just been a part of my life for 30 years.
Right.
Literally going all over the world slinging these jokes. And I wish I could just in my own city, just fly across the hill
and be there in
golf, you know what I
minute.
mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, so.
I know you got crazy sky miles.
Crazy. Yeah.
Favorite cartoon character? You know, let's take it back a bit. If you could be any cartoon character, who would you be?
You know who I used to love? Believe it or not, I don't know if this sounds corny or not. The Incredible Hulk.
Okay.
Even though that wasn't a cartoon, it was a cartoon eventually, but it was a TV show first. But yeah, I used to love the Incredible Hulk. I don't know why. When I was a kid, I used to love that dude. Don't get me angry. He wouldn't like me when I'm angry. He would turn green, and all of a sudden he got muscles on top of muscles. You know what I mean? You know, and it's crazy. Green has always been one of my favorite colors.
Yeah.
So like I'm in the airport and people like, oh, go Celtics. I was like, you can't cuss on this. I was like, F the Celtics. I'm an LA dude.
I'm about to say,
born and raised.
You better represent.
365, 24/7, twice on Sundays. And I'm crushed and I'm hurt that the Lakers lost 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
But, you know, so when I have green on, it's just because I like green. I like money green.
I'm in the same boat, but that's how I feel about my New York Knicks. Why?
Yeah, let us have a moment of silence.
Yeah,
for our
a moment of
teams.
prayer.
Yeah.
So, King, I know you got, funny enough, I have dance moves on here. I was going to say, what's your go-to dance move?
Yeah.
You know, as a former dancer and all.
Go-to dance
Yes,
move?
do you know, wake up when you go, or do you crunk, pop a lock?
Yeah, you know what? People ask, Clark, can you still cut a rug?
Yeah.
Can you still, pull a hamstring?
Let me send it to
throw
you.
my back out or something. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But
What?
Yeah,
What?
you know what? I put it this way. I got rhythm. No matter what wedding I go to, if I go to a club or a party, which I don't do as much anymore, I can hold my own.
Okay.
But I'm not up there doing the latest dances because the game has changed.
You sure has.
These folks nowadays, I'm like, that looks like a convulsion.
Right, got to stretch and,
right.
do a little warm-up before
Absolutely.
that. Lastly, King, their dream dinner guests, alive or dead, 3 people. Who do you want at your dinner, pull up a seat at the table?
Martin Luther King, Muhammad Ali,
Yeah.
and Richard Pryor.
Woo!
Richard Pryor is the GOAT, greatest of all time. The reason I tell these jokes to this day.
Yeah.
You know, those would be 3 of my brothers on I call it Mount Blackmore.
Mount Blackmore.
Instead of Mount Rushmore, that's my Mount Blackmore. That's 3 of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And since I'm a golfer, I got to put Tiger on there. He's alive, but he's not the guy he used to be, but he is the reason I golf to this day. And everybody knows I'm a serious avid golfer.
I need to get down with golf. I heard it goes down on the golf course.
I have been playing 25 years. My clubs are with me right now.
Wow. You're going to grace a golf course here in Atlanta while you're here?
The only reason I'm not out there right now is because I came to see you.
Okay.
Yes,
Little
but I
special.
will be playing tomorrow and Saturday
I know
morning.
that's right.
I am the ghetto Tiger Woods. They call me Inglewoods.
Okay.
But really, to show you how serious I am, I have a golf show that I do. So
Golf show.
Yeah. So I told you they call me Inglewoods.
Yeah.
The name of the show is Tea Time with Inglewoods.
Nice.
And it's me basically playing golf all over the world, especially here in America.
Okay.
With all my African American and minority superstars, Hall of Famers, talking about this game that we all have in common, and it's golf.
Yeah.
If we don't tell our stories, who will? A lot of my friends are, Hall of Famers in whatever sport they were, but they have incredible golf stories.
Nice.
And it's an incredible thing. So if you're on Instagram, my golf page is I'm Inglewoods.
Nice. Where do we follow you?
I am INGLEWOODS. That's my golf page.
Okay.
Me, Alex Thomas, the comedian, the funny guy, funny man, Alex Thomas. All one word. Funny man, Alex Thomas.